I may be small today, but no, this is not where I am meant to be. I am moving forward. The more you start thinking big, you'll find out big opportunities will start coming onto you. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Dominion Wealth Zone. My name is Julius Olutokun, and today I'm bringing you another video for the benefit of the community. Please do not forget to like, to share, and subscribe to this channel, and also don't forget to hit the notification button. Dominion Wealth Zone aims to improve your well-being financially and in every other way, so that you can become the best in life. Without much ado, let's go into today's episode. Today, I'll be speaking on the topic wealth mechanisms. Wealth mechanism. What are the mechanisms that need to be in place for wealth to be in your life and in my life? What are the things that need to be in place? Mechanisms are a systems of parts working together in a machine. A system of parts working together in a machine. When you look at a car, and when you are driving your car, you press the pedals, you hold the steering, you change the gear, and you think those are the things controlling your car. I've come to tell you something, they are not. The real things controlling your car are these little parts, the little mechanisms. And if one of them breaks down, your car will break down. The plate on your pedal that you press, if that plate is off, your car will still move. Your gear, if your gear, the thing on your gear that shows gear 1, 2, 3, if that thing is off, as long as the gear stick can still connect with the mechanisms, the gear will still be functioning. So mechanisms are a system of parts working together. They need to work together for your machine to move. The same way for your wealth to be, these mechanisms, they need to function together. It's also an established process by which something meaningful and great takes place. So mechanisms are also established process by which something meaningful and something great by which they takes place. If one part of a mechanism breaks down, then everything will stop working. So I've got 5 wealth mechanisms, 5 things that need to be in place before you can begin to become wealthy, or before you can begin to move into the area or the realm of wealth. And that's where I want to find you anyway. And number 1 is be intentional. Be intentional. If riches or wealth comes onto you accidentally, you're going to lose it accidentally. But when you are intentional about your goals, you are intentional about your steps, you are intentional about your actions, you are intentional about your reactions, you are intentional about your thoughts, you will find out that you will begin to attract wealth. We are all living magnets. So you only attract the things you are intentional about. If you're intentional about poverty, in one way or the other, you become poor. If you're intentional about failure, in one way or the other, you fail. I pray you will not fail. So you need to be intentional about wealth. You need to tell yourself, I'm going to make wealth. I have to make wealth. And this is how or when I have to do it. You've got to be intentional. Look at these mechanisms, the way they are working together, the way they are rolling together. If one of these little parts, the smallest one, breaks down, everything will break down. So be intentional that I want everything to work. Be intentional about your health, because you still need your health to make money. Be intentional about your family. Your family has got to be at peace for you to make money. Be intentional. That's number 1. Number 2, be specific. Be specific about what you want to do. Nothing in life becomes dynamic until it becomes specific. We have some people, they say, I'm a jack of all trade. You're going to be master of none. You're not specific. Yeah. You're not a specialist. You're not focused. You understand? So you need to be specific about what you want to do, where you want to do it, and when you're going to do it. In those days, at the beginning of my journey, I had to write down how much I want to make annually. Then from annually, I broke it down to how much I want to make every quarter. And from every quarter, I broke it down how much I want to make every month. And from every month, I began to look at what do I need to do week in, week out to be able to make this. And I realized I'm not going to be able to achieve my annual target except achieving my weekly target. So I broke it down further to how much I want to make every week. So I realized I will not be able to make income every week with my salary. I need to start trading. I need to start doing businesses. I need to go into buying and selling. So I began my journey by doing some form of trading. I was installing computers for people, helping them to install their Microsoft. In those days, when you buy a computer, there's no operating system on it. I started installing it. Then from there, I started doing eBay. I started buying from Cargo, selling on eBay. And that's how my journey began. Then I moved on from there. I started buying from China, started selling. It moved on from there. Then I went to properties. So you need to be specific. Nothing becomes specific until it becomes dynamic. Number three, this is very important. I speak about this every time. Be consistent. Consistency is a rule of the game. That is my saying. Be consistent. Don't do something today and the next time you go there is probably in the next 6 months. No. I've got some stocks account. I check it literally almost every day. Even on weekends when stocks, the market is closed, I still go to do my studies. So be consistent with your investment, be consistent with your learning, because what you learn determines what you earn. A lot of us don't learn. You need to learn consistently, continue to learn day in, day out. Be consistent with your mentorship. Some of you talk to your mentor, you hear from your mentor today. The next time you may hear from them is in 6 months' time. No. Go and watch their videos. You might not be talking to them every day. You're going to bore your mentor out. They're not going to pick your call again. Watch their videos. Read their books. Listen to them over and over. You understand? Be consistent with your mentoring. Be consistent with your giving. Be consistent with what you are doing. They say practice makes permanent. The more you're consistent, you do it a week, you do it 2 weeks, you do it a month. There's a school of thought that says that anything that you can do consistently for 30 days, you can do it consistently for every day of your life. So be consistent with it. Number 4, create value. The wealth that you need, we're talking about wealth mechanism, the money you need, the resources you need is in someone's house. The money you're looking for is in someone's account. However, that money will not come out until you place a value before them. So create value. Create value by what you do. If you know how to cut hair, I just say I want to start a business of home barbering. So you go to people's houses, you cut their hair. They'll be so happy. You want to help them to make their cars. I want to do car detailing, home car detailing. And there was one day I was driving out of my estate and I saw this guy. He was fixing a car in the estate. And I know this guy does not live there because I know the people that live there. I know some of the people that live there, not everyone. And this guy doesn't live there. So I looked at the van he parked and I saw on the van, home mechanics, home repair services. So if your car breaks down, this guy will come to your house and come and repair it. That's a niche. And it will never be out of jobs. It will never. So create value. Find a need and meet it. And stop complaining. Find a need and supply it. Money flows in the direction of value. Be a problem solver. Solve problems. I repeat myself again. Solve problems. Some people have problem of food. Solve it. Some have problem of health. Solve it. Some, they have problems of beauty. Solve it. I was joking with them in church that some people will pay £50 for makeup. If I'm a woman and I pay £50 for makeup, I'm not going to wash that makeup up. You understand? But they wash you up. Almost every weekend, people are going to parties. They needed value. So create value. Stop complaining. Look at the people around you and think about what they want. Someone around you needs something. So create value. And finally, number 5 is to think big. Don't think small. Big things come to those who think big. You are what you think. Think success. Think victory. Think next level. Think enlargement. Think progress. Think victory. Think big. Change your mentality. Tell yourself, I may be starting small. I may be small today, but no, this is not where I am meant to be. I am moving forward. You know, the more you start thinking big, you'll find out big opportunities will start coming onto you. I was talking to one of my staff one time, and I was telling him about thinking big, and he said, oh, I don't think there's any invention that can be done again. Almost all inventions have been done. And I said, no. This was the same thing some engineers said before the airplane was discovered. They said there's no metal that can fly in the air. But the Wright brothers, they thought big, and they used their father's pumping machine. And I repeat that again. They used their father's water pumping machine to make the first metal that flew in the air. And that's how the airplane came to be. They thought big. Think big. Don't condescend so low. I know you're starting small, but don't worry. Think of having franchise or branches. Think of expansion. Think of increasing. Think of having staff. I used to think that when I started. I used to think I'm going to have staff. I'm going to call them. And sometimes I call their names out when I'm alone. It looks funny, but it came to pass. So think big. So these are the 5 mechanisms that need to be in place for wealth to come unto you. Remember, success happens when opportunity meets with preparation. These are the 5 steps you need to take, or the 5 keys that need to be in your life in preparing for the success, for the wealth that is coming on the way. I see you getting successful. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to my channel if you have any benefit from it. Show some love. Thank you, and see you on the other side.